saying to us. But when you said God has said to you to tell us tonight, saying to you, God has said, I'm still able. No matter what you're dealing with, no matter what you're facing, many of you are tired of different things that you see going on in your churches. You're tired of different things that's going on in your personal life. And you are at the point now, you're tired of being tired and you're ready for some kind of action to be taken. But there's always a saying at the breaking point. They tell you, even looking at the bones have a friction point. You can move those bones, sometimes certain bones a certain way. After a while, if friction continue to apply, a certain area is going to break. And some of you are at that point where you feel like breaking. But the thing was, with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they had got to a place in God that they recognized that God was a delivering God, and no matter what was happening, and see, God has set us, to show you also how God has set us in a godless world, a world that has no mind or desire to want to please God. For us, will point us in the direction that we're supposed to be an example and maintain a standing. If you read closely in chapter 1, you'll find when Daniel and the 3 Hebrew boys came into Babylon. And the first thing that Ehud did, he wanted to give them the king's wine and the king's meat. And they said, we will not defile ourselves. Why? It was a symbolism because the meat was offered to idols. And the Jews knew that God did not smile upon anything that was offered up to idols. But today we find in the church, many of us, we have put other things before God and idolized them. We put our children, we put our homes, we put our titles, we put various different things and idolize those things before God. And God has allowed the purpose why Israel went into Babylon. It was not God's will. God sent them in it. First, God brought them out of 400 years of servitude out of Egypt, led them into their own land and established them as a nation. God sent them into Babylon and into Assyria for the point of the apostate that they were in such a backslidden apostate that God has sent them there to teach them a lesson. But instead of some learning from that, they still held on to their strange gods. God was saying to us today, I'm able to bring you out of whatever it is. But the thing is, I'm allowing you to go through what you're going through to get your attention. And the thing is, God is trying to get the body of Christ's attention. Can't you see the signs and the things in the land that God is trying to wake us up to get us to see what we're doing wrong? Some of us, we're comfortable just the way we are. Don't you think it's strange that when you come to church, all you get, there's a saying, if you don't, like the Sister Laura was saying, if you don't put nothing in it, you ain't going to get nothing out of it. But it's sad to say nothing from nothing equals nothing. So if you don't have a prayer life or a relationship with God, how in the world can you get something out of it? And don't you know, if you spend time with God,